Actress Whoopi Goldberg, who is now one of the hosts of The View, announced she is going to be boycotting the Kennedy Center in order to protest President Donald Trump. This also comes in the wake of Hamilton announcing that it would no longer be having a production at the Kennedy Center, which was supposed to take place in 2026. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. So before we get to what Goldberg had to say, let's get to Hamilton producer Jeffrey Seller announcing he was canceling the upcoming production of the Hamilton musical at the Kennedy Center. This is what he wrote on X. In recent weeks, we have sadly seen decades of Kennedy Center neutrality destroyed. The recent purge by the Trump administration of both professional staff and performing arts events at or originally produced by the Kennedy Center flies in the face of everything this national cultural represents. The spirit of nonpartisanship ended on February 7, 2025, with the firing of Kennedy Center President Deborah Rutter, the chairman of the board, David Rubenstein, and numerous other Kennedy Center board members, as well as the cancellation of important programming. These actions bring a new spirit of partisanship to the national treasure that is the Kennedy Center. Given these recent actions, our show simply cannot, in good conscience, participate and be a part of this new culture that is being imposed on the Kennedy Center. Therefore, we have canceled the third engagement of Hamilton at the Kennedy Center, originally scheduled for March 3 to April 2026. That is what he posted. He went on to say this: our cancellation is also a business decision. Hamilton is a large and global production, and it would simply be financially and personally devastating to the hundreds of employees of Hamilton if the new leadership of the Kennedy Center suddenly canceled or renegotiated our engagement. The actions of the new chairman of the board in recent weeks demonstrate that contracts and previous agreements simply cannot be trusted. This is sad because basic integrity and the rule of law have long been great American principles that help serve as a foundation of our nation. So Goldberg reacted to this saying, I understand why they did it, and I have no plans to go back to the Kennedy Center until the Kennedy Center becomes what it was supposed to be. And that was a welcome place for all artists, no matter what your groove is. You know, they didn't make judgments about the people they put in there. I highly doubt that was the original purpose for the Kennedy Center. I have a feeling that the Kennedy Center was not supposed to be promoting degeneracy, promoting the homosexual LGBTQ plus agenda. It was likely supposed to be promoting what is good, true, beautiful, and just, and trying to lead people on a path of betterment, and doing that through the arts. Instead, what it has devolved into is pushing a lot of degeneracy, a lot of, like I said, the LGBTQ plus agenda, and leading people down a path of destruction and devolution. So I don't think Whoopi Goldberg is correct in this assessment, and I don't think she will actually be missed at the Kennedy Center at all. It's time that we do take back the arts. The arts are extraordinarily important to us. They do indeed lift us up. They are a great means of elevating our consciousness. They also allow us to be entertained. And there are various ways that they can indeed do that. Obviously, at the Kennedy Center, it is done primarily through stage plays. But obviously, the arts also include movies, television, video games, novels, etc. And all of those things should be leading us in a positive direction. Instead, what we've seen is they've been leading us in a very, very negative direction, and it has all been orchestrated from the top down with leftist organizations, leftist activists infiltrating the federal government, using the federal government to provide nearly limitless funding to all of these various NGOs, other organizations, so they can push all of these degenerate agendas that they have, whether that be feminism, whether that be the LGBTQ plus agenda, whether that be critical race theory, you name it, transgender ideology, etc. It's all being funded from the federal government, being funneled into all of these NGOs, being funneled into all of these movie studios, etc., through various forms. And that's why they're able to keep churning this stuff out over and over and over again because they're using our tax dollars, using our retirement funds, etc., to do this. It's all sick and despicable, and it's all being done to destroy us and destroy our society. And we have to take this back. And I think the Trump administration is actually doing a really good job. He signed the executive order preventing federal funding from going to any person or individual or company that is going to use it to promote gender ideology. I think they should actually expand that to other tentacles of the woke ideology as well. It is time for this propaganda to be stopped. So we are on a good path, I think, right now. But doesn't mean it cannot get better, which I hope it does. So while Goldberg is boycotting the Kennedy Center, Human Events senior editor and 4D Warfare author Jack Posobiec has called for a boycott of Hamilton. He wrote this in a post: "Boycott Hamilton across America. You want us to support your woke crap? Nope. MAGA is done." And I 100% agree with that. Again, I think boycotts will now likely have even more effect because these people will not be getting funding from the federal government that can kind of offset the boycott. So I think boycotting is back, and I think we've seen it kind of work already. Even outside of the arts, you can look at the Bud Light boycott and the Target boycott. All of those things were effective, and I think we can continue to do that because we do have power, and I think it's going to be even more powerful without, like I said, the federal money offsetting that. In a clip from Human Events, Posobiec also added this: "To all the commies that run that program, here's the flip side of it, by the way. Why don't we boycott all of Hamilton? So to any patriot that's out there right now, any red blood having American, any patriot within the sound of my voice, we're not going to Hamilton. Boycott this thing completely. Not just because they're giving the middle finger and thumbing their nose to President Trump, because honestly, the show just isn't that good. It looks terrible. I haven't seen it. I have no intention of seeing it, but it just looks absolutely garbage." Current Kennedy Center President Richard Grinnell also reacted to Hamilton canceling its production, describing it as a publicity stunt. He wrote this over on X. "Let's be clear on the facts. Seller and Lin-Manuel Miranda first went to the New York Times before they came to the Kennedy Center with their announcement that they can't be in the same room with Republicans. This is a publicity stunt that will backfire. The arts are for everyone, not just for the people who Lin likes and agrees with. The American people need to know that Lin-Manuel Miranda is intolerant of people who don't agree with him politically. It's clear he and Sellers don't want Republicans going to their shows. Americans see you, Lin." So that is what is going on at the Kennedy Center. Whoopi Goldberg weighing in, saying that she's going to be boycotting the Kennedy Center now in the wake of Hamilton pulling out. And I can only see this as a good thing. These people, if they're going to evacuate these spaces that they have taken over, that they have used to manipulate American society in a downward direction, I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to really step in, take over, and shift America into a better spot. And I think it is very possible to do that through the arts, through culture, through film, through television, through stage plays, through novels, through video games. That is definitely something we should be doing, and we should be pointing people towards what is good and true, rather than what we've been seeing over the past decades, where it's leading to things that are evil, wrong, and degenerate. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.